Alright, guys, we are so close to getting into that. There's only a couple of things we gotta do. And the first thing we gotta do is we're gonna go to the world map. We're gonna go to the first town that we ever had. And it's time to just, I need how much honor for the last, that's not what I wanted. How many honors do I need? I need 112 honor. Don't want to talk to you, dumb butt. Come here. Okay, visit. Deliveries. And we're just going to... Oh, this is an obstacle. Since we don't have any more towns to rebuild, we can just literally stand here doing this until we've gotten all the stuff that we need. 173 herbs, man. I'm an entrepreneur. You can have some iron ore. We're literally just going to do this until we can clear everything, and then we'll move on to the next town. And we will repeat this until we hit 200 honors. Which may not be as long as you think, because I'm already out of apples. Apples are rare, dude. But the lumber, the ore, the herbs, the stuff that's really regional, very easy. Plus, it's filling up the war funds for the last couple of shops that we might need. Unsullied timber, lots of lumber. Because I want to put Big Girl into... Low on unsullied scrap metal, too. Okay, so that's all we can do here. But we went from 88 to 133 in very little time. Meager scrap metal. So we'll go from 133 to... Yeah, I'm just going to literally go town to town, riding like an outlaw, freaking getting these deliveries done so that we can get these... Dadgummit. Was fast. Okay, so 133 to... I was only worth 10. There are plenty of other cities, and even if we run out of stuff on this continent or country, we have 3-4 others. It does not matter. Unsullied timber, let's go. Got 210 trout. Somebody wants some trout. Okay? I don't know who wants some trout, but somebody wants some fish. And I can get you some fish. Okay? You don't know this, but my dream before becoming Prince of the Rebellion was to be a fishmonger. They want all of my meager scrap, man. I know that not every single resource node in the world is within range of a town that you can station somebody in to pump resources into you. So I know that there are places I can go get this stuff. I just don't want to. I don't think it's worth the squeeze of doing that. Okay. We are now up to 165. And then we moved all the way. It's kind of nice to remember that we moved, you know, all the way down here. Put more meager, almost out of meager scrap metal, but that was the first meager timber I've seen. So if we're running out of unsullied timber, however, and I cannot do those apples, dadgummit. Alright, next town. Out of meager scrap metal now, but I only need 30 more. Yeah, stone and trout, which I have lots of. The trout can be worth a lot, man. I know it's random how many they need and the honor, and then that determines what honors and funds you get. There we go. There we go. We're filling that groove now, man. We're grinding this out. We are grinding this out. I could also grind to get like stuff at the blacksmith. I just don't have so many weapons. I don't know how much better they're going to be. And I don't think I need it. I think it's unnecessary. There we go. There we go. Some of these places are going to be metropolises when I'm done, man. Oh, getting so close. We just need, I think we can get it on the next screen. I just need 4 more, man. Unsullied timber. Oh no, I can only get 2 more here because I need scrap metal. I just need 1 more city with 1 more thing, dude. Oh, here, the freaking swamps. I'm sure these hot witches need help. Here, have some lumber. Really? You gonna make me do 1 more? Mega timber. There you go. 201. Back to the fortress. Let's go. The hot witches save the day again. Them hips don't lie, yo. I just passed by a fort. Expand my units. You guys. Alright. Unit formation. Hell yes. Her leader effect allows her to break gates a bit. It's not a great leader effect, but I feel like it doesn't matter because she's really dangerous. Okay. Next thing I want to do, I have 1 more of those damn monument things. I believe this is the last one. Can I get anyone to beat it? Just so that I can say I beat them all. Let us find out. I don't know if I did all of the, oh, God, yes. I don't know if I did all of the shaman stuff, but I don't care about that.
Now! One more push.
Nope. No, you don't.
I'll see it done.
They'll pay.
Ow.
Come here.
Oh my god, she's just like kicking him and stunning him. Oh, but they can remove that debuff. No! That had to hurt.
You okay?
Blast, that would have been really great because the other guy could do his roll thing. She's got pretty good defense. Up. Ow.
You shall pay. This is for you.
Haha!
You okay?
Y'all ain't nothing. That's what that higher attack power does, man.
Ready?
Amelia is very slow.
Not gonna lose.
Not backing down.
Literally, she's the slowest one here. You weren't supposed to do that unless there was a full column. Excellently done. I would pray you put the lips ring. Hasten action. Oh, it's the thing that they used. We have staked our claim in every last monument. Yeah, I only hope these ornaments prove useful. Oh, I got something. Novice military treats. Why would you give me a That's such a lame. I guess the items are their own reward, but that's so lame. Oh, Omega Shatter is not the. This is attack the single enemy. This is attack a column and inflict. Okay. I thought Omega Shadow would be her best move. I guess I was wrong. Okay. Ring of the Maiden. It's gonna be Bouncy Girl. Oh, that's not it. I'm so dumb. What? There must be a bunch of... I must not have seen the... rapport. Yeah, hang on. Yeah, there's their report. Okay. Well, let's go do all the report, then we'll do the Ring of the Maiden, then we'll do some other stuff. We'll get it done. We'll get it done. Elaine and Sharon. What is she doing up in that tree? Ah! Are you hurt, Sharon? You seem to have landed quite heavily on your leg. Please, it's nothing a bit of healing can't tend to. Do you see the nest on that branch up there? One of its chicks had fallen to the ground, so I thought to return the poor thing to its own. You actually can't do that because the birds will smell people and they won't take care of the baby. But I'm embarrassed to say I lost my footing on the way back down. You truly are a kind soul. You truly are a kind soul, Sharon. Would you not have done the same as me? Well, yes, I suppose I would have. As I thought, in any case, we should move away from the nest before their mother grows too upset with us. You called me a kind soul once before, back at Ronmont. I've thought much on the matter since that day, and I believe it's not the goodness of my heart which motivates such deeds, but simply my own selfish desires. In other words, the only reason I help others is because I wish myself to be helped. Forgive me for hiding my true nature from you, Prince. 'Tis nothing to apologize for. Everyone in the world is the same, I promise you. Whatever the motive, you've dedicated yourself to the well-being of others and aided a great many people in the process. Far better than to demand favors and offer nothing in return. You say that, but it's still a sin to act purely in self-interest. Then answer me this. Was it self-interest that drove you to return that bird to its nest, or purely compassion for an animal in need? Well, in either case, I'd rather you not help at all if you're going to get hurt while doing so. Thank you, Prince. I promise I'll be more careful next time. And should you ever require a steady hand to lift you up, I would be more than glad to volunteer. I'd like that very much, tee-hee. Look, Sharon, the mother bird has come bearing food for her children. You are the true kind soul here, Elaine. Oh, well, I don't have enough of these to get the... I've been everywhere here. That's a main quest to the sanctuaries, okay. I thought there was another fly girl thing. Fly girl thing? Just going around making the ladies swoon. I must know, Iridio. What were you like as a child? And where's this coming from? I couldn't say, really. I'm just curious, I suppose. Sure, if that's what you want. It's not easy being a half-elf. Nowadays, most everyone keeps their distance from me. Although things were different when I was young. Kids are innocent until they learn to hate. So I had plenty of friends I used to play with, none of whom cared who I was or where I was from. But the older we got, the less they treated me like one of their own. I couldn't understand it, at least not at the time, but I do now, and the cold reality of that truth hurts. Almost as much as losing every friend you've ever known. Forgive me, Radio. I never should have asked such an insensitive question. In truth, I've no experience with such discrimination myself, and I'll not claim to understand how you feel, but I hope to create a kingdom where none will have to suffer as you have, ever again. Knowing you, I have a feeling you might just do it. Let us pray you're right. Yay! Do all these rapport conversations, and then we'll figure out which busty waifu we're gonna get. Only the bustiest for Elaine. I didn't know these guys had rapport conversations. Nice work today, Athelion. You never cease to impress me. Thank you, Taras. Before we head back, would you mind if I have a word? Oh? I'm not used to getting requests from you, of all people. What is it, then? A matter of the heart? Don't be absurd. Too bad. Well, go on. Do you remember the stories you used to tell me when I was still just a boy? The tales of your travels beyond our city walls. How could I forget? You always pretended not to pay attention, but it was obvious you were hanging onto my every word. I didn't think you had noticed. With the way your ears twitched in enthusiasm, it was impossible not to. Ugh. I'm sorry, go on. The truth of the matter is, those stories were an inspiration. I often dreamt of a day where I would leave the city myself as your royal guardian, and now you've made that dream a reality, Taras. I couldn't be more grateful for that. You needn't thank me, Athelion. It was only through your own effort that such feats were possible. In fact, I should be thanking you for providing me a peace of mind that few others can. Your words honor me. Speaking of stories, I was actually planning to share a few with the local children after we got back to town. You're welcome to join me if you'd like. Me, Taras? I would be glad to, though I can't say I'll make for the best storyteller. Just have confidence and I'm sure they'll love it. Now come, we mustn't keep them waiting. But of course. Yeah, we got the honors. I wonder how many honors, if you don't mind like constantly changing who's in which party, you could honestly just freaking max out everybody's stuff. You could probably get like tons of... Evening, Clive. Ah, Monica, what is it? Do you always stare at the ground when you're speaking to someone? It's rude, you know. It's not that I don't wish to meet your gaze, of course. It's merely... Enough, Clive. I know you had your reasons for deceiving me, as did my grandfather. What's done is done. Be that as it may, it doesn't change the manner in which I wronged you. Well, I won't argue with that. It was rather uncivil of you. But bearing a grudge does me little good, knowing you only did what you thought was best. Unless there's something else you feel guilty about, of course. Should I be worried? Please, it's nothing as substantial as that. I was merely struck by how unchanged you seem despite the ever-looming threat of war. Even now, your iron will is as apparent in your eyes as it always has been. 'Tis beautiful, I must... Ooh, Clive, getting with that. I don't know what to say, Clive. Then say nothing at all. Even should you forgive my failings, I've no right to stand at your side ever again. I gotta get these two together. You've changed as well. Years past, I could never have foreseen you standing tall against the might of Zenoia like this. I suppose not, no. Bryce and Nina. I don't know if you can keep earning points until you do the rapport conversation. Hey there, Nina. You been doing okay? Captain! Easy there. I'm just a regular soldier, same as you. Not to me, you aren't. Suit yourself. Life sure is a funny thing, huh? One day I'm tossing you out of the rats, and the next I'm out of the pack myself. And now here we both are, flying the liberation flag. It's an honor to stand beside you once more. Are the others doing all right? More or less, I'm sure. Can't be easy, losing everything they thought they lived for. But there's not much tougher than a cornered rat. They'll survive. If all this snow didn't break their spirits, nothing will. Yes, I suppose you're right. Oops, almost forgot. I brought you something. What is it? A rock rat classic, straight from Sven's recipe book. The Rat Witch. Oh, but don't get your hopes up too high. It's nothing special, just some meat and eggs shoveled between two halves of bread. How have I never heard of this before? Guess I never got the chance to make you one. Now go on, eat. It's good, I promise. Hold a moment, you want me to eat it here? With my hands? That's how a sandwich works. Yes, with your damned hands. I know you're more of a knife and fork girl, but sometimes you just gotta sink your teeth into a good sandwich. Trust me, it won't bite. Right, of course. Here goes nothing, I suppose. Huh? It's incredible. The oozing yolk, the tender meat, and the simple yet slightly sweet bread. Told you, didn't I? It's nothing fancy. There's no being that rustic flavor. You know, Sven always was the only one of us who could actually cook. Guy was real nice about sharing his recipes, though. I'll have to compliment him the next time I see him. Num 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 num. Slow down there, kid. You're gonna choke if you keep talking with your mouth full like that. Grr, I can't breathe. I've got you, Nina. Just one push. So much for elegant. I don't know if I could call a woman who wields a hammer that big elegant, but I do think it's damn sexy. Alright, Elaine and Scarlet. Is everything okay, Scarlet? You seem rather irritated over something. Pouting. Oh, just thinking of all the attractive women you've been taking to the liberation. Hey, hey, hey. I don't discriminate. And men, don't forget, we need as many fighters as willing to join regardless of their gender. Fighters who you clearly feel deserve your attention far more than I do. So you are upset. Not really, and I'm not jealous either, if that's what you're thinking. But with how long we've known each other, it almost doesn't seem fair that you keep leaving me out. If you ever wish to talk, you're free to insert yourself into any conversation I'm having. Everyone would be pleased to see you, I'm sure. That's not what I... Why are you standing so close to me? Do you remember the little forest on Palavia, much like this one? We often used to gaze upon its many inhabitants, always careful to keep our distance. Of course, Yosef warned us not to wander the area at all without an adult, yet we did it anyway. Listen to me, Elaine. Your face has gone completely red, Scarlet. Are you feeling alright? The riz on this man. I'm fine. What I'm trying to say is I don't want someone stealing you away from me. Oops. So that's how you feel. No, I was just hoping we could talk more is all. I'm not some mere possession to be snatched away the moment you avert your eyes. I know that. Yet I suppose this means you truly are jealous. Am not. Forgive me for not noticing sooner how you felt. I'll be sure to speak with you more often from now on. You don't have to do that for me. It's not only for you, Scarlet. I've realized today how deeply I miss our conversations as well. You really mean that? Yeah, it must be canon. I don't know what took you so long. Nor do I. Sundere. But whatever. Scarlet and Umaris. I don't know why they're having conversations in the elf lands. There it is. Umaris, what are you doing out in all those thorns? Picking flowers, of course. Come look. They're beautiful. I don't think I've seen these anywhere before, not even in Albion. Neither have I. I'm not sure if I've told you this, but I've recently started pressing flowers from every war-torn land we come across. Far too often I find the most gorgeous blooms, crushed to death under the boots of clashing armies, while the flames of war have driven countless others to complete extinction. So I've decided to preserve at least one of each type, that I might remember them in years to come. I'm sure the flowers appreciate what you're doing for them, Umaris. Though it's a shame you can't take them back alive. They will look incredible all growing side by side in your garden. Well, that's what seeds are for. I was planning to plant a few once we get home, actually. Really? Then, can I be the first person to see them once they finally blossomed? As if you even need to ask, Scarlet. Hey, don't move in on my waifu. Okay, I think there's one more. These guys have a rapport conversation? Yep. What frigid wastes these are. In the desert, my shield grew hot enough to roast a steak, yet here I feel it's better suited as a children's sled. Hold on, you saying you cooked food on that thing? Anyhow, you're better off throwing on some more layers if you're cold. I've got plenty of nice warm clothes over in town. I welcome the advice, but I often struggle to contend with the crudity of winter attire. Oh yeah? You got opinions on how crude my fur is too? Apologies, that's not how I meant it. It's merely the sensation on my skin which I find disagreeable. In my homeland, it is a tradition to dress in highly intricate fabrics for banquets and other noteworthy occasions. One such textile is a thick ring of fur which drapes around the wearer's neck. Though having worn it once myself, it felt more akin to a wool-bound snake than proper clothing. Indeed, the garment wriggled around my neck with such bristly ferocity, could hardly sit still all evening. Sounds pretty funny when you put it like that. Springs back any memories? So Govo, please, keep your fur at arm's length, I beg you. Sorry, couldn't help myself. Though, I suppose I have forgotten the cold for a moment. You have my thanks, Brave Wolf. Sure, don't mention. Okay. Weird, but sure. Okay, is that it? Yep. Through the magic of teleportation. Okay, let's do this. Scarlet, get here. So does this mean the Ring of the Maiden will be actually equipable and do something now?
What is it, Elaine?
Oh, it's voiced.
I'd like you to have the Ring of the Maiden.
Isn't there someone else you'd rather give it to? Or am I just the most convenient choice?
It's totally not option 2.
Not
Is she
at all.
pouting?
The rite of covenant can only be performed if the two parties are of one mind and one heart.
Is that true?
The rings will suffer no lies. It's you, Scarlet. It's always been you. These feelings I bear are not mere friendship, but a love both deep and utterly profound. I finally understand that now.
You know, I always thought it was my mission that kept me standing beside you. But I realized something back when we were separated. I treasure you more than I could have ever dreamt.
Then stay with me,
Yeah.
Scarlet, until the day we both drift off into eternal slumber.
A little depressing.
Nothing in this world could make me happier.
Did she just become magic? What happened?
So it's true. There's really no lying to the rings. I love you, Elaine. And I always will.
Now don't go making weird stuff to me ever again, because I don't want it. Okay, Ring of the Unicorn, Ring of the Maiden, and 10 honors. Thus, the ring has been restored to its true power. I'm sure it will help when the time comes to face Galerius. Let's head for the sanctuaries, Elaine. I'm sure the sages will lend us their strength now that the ring is restored to its true power. So what does that do? Ring of the Unicorn. Oh, base AP +1, all stats +5. Hell yes. Can I give you the Ring of the Maiden now? What does the Ring of the Maiden do? Base PP +1. Oh, but it's not, Oh, I'll just take the sapphire pendant off of her. I'll put the ring on. And that way she still has the... No, that's base PP +2. We'll give it to maybe I need to give it to Umris, or... Yeah, we'll go give it to you. You can buff yourself. You don't need to... Oh, you cannot be... Okay, can only... Well... It's actually better not to give it to her. Oh, well, what does it matter? What does it matter? Okay, where the hell are these temples? Alright, here, we'll go this one first. Thankfully, it seems to be selected, so I can just... So what do I do here, anyway? Hello? God? It's me, Elaine.
I'll start by offering a prayer to the sanctuary.
He who bears the ring of the unicorn, present its grandeur before me.
What does this do?
So the ring is restored at last. You have done well.
Took a while, sorry.
If I may ask a question, you said that if we wish to match Galerius' might, we would first need to unbind the ring's power. But I wonder, why did you bid us return here after?
That I may bestow upon you the power of cleansing, accumulated within these walls over the passing of centuries.
Do you imply the renewed ring is not enough to defeat him?
It is not. If you wish to bring such events to bear, you must usher the souls of Zenoira's people to their long-awaited salvation.
The Zenoira of old was an ancient kingdom, said to have fallen in a single cursed night. What do its denizens have to do with this?
Yeah, they got ruins all over the place.
The night you allude to was that of failed ceremony, one in which they relinquished their corporeal forms.
What, did they try to transcend Earth or something?
For countless years they suffered in discarnate agony, consigned to merely watch as a new world sprung forth from their own.
Oh, that's terrible, man.
As you may expect, the weaker-hearted among them succumbed first to madness, then to an unyielding, rabid lust for evil. 'Tis is only by the power of the sanctuaries that such wicked souls were put to slumber, sealed away in a realm known solely as the Beyond.
And Galerius used me and my father to break that seal.
Quite so. He has torn open a seam between the land of the living and that of the dead.
I never thought there would be a bunch of necromancy in this
A
game.
seam through which he shall unite their beings, till neither one is distinct from the other.
Then we know now what Galerius seeks. To resurrect the souls of ancient Zenoira.
Should he succeed, this world will be met with grave disaster. Yet that is why our sanctuaries exist. Make use of our strength and bring eternal salvation to the souls of the lost. Now, the power of cleansing housed within these sacred grounds will prove a great boon in the battle ahead. Your will is my own, righteous Prince of Cornea.
Who is
The
talking?
ring's gotten stronger, Elaine. I can feel it.
Ringbearer, the sanctuaries of Fevrith further seek your call. Deliver your presence unto each in turn, that we may aid you when the fated time arrives.
It says Great Sage. Who the hell is that? Damn! What brilliant light. I got a new sword. Affliction immunity heals 20%. Oh my god. Look, the power of cleansing has taken physical form. Looks to be quite an impressive armament as well. One which we must be sure to make use of proper. Now then, we still 5 sanctuaries remaining. Let us be off. Who am I going to give that to? Come here. Oh yeah, it's better. Her initiative's a little slow, but that's okay. No, we're not done yet. We're gonna go over here to the Zenoian Sanctuary.
I'll start by offering a prayer to the sanctuary.
Is this also making my ring stronger?
He who bears the ring of the unicorn, present its grandeur before me.
I gotta do this 6 times?
Your efforts are commendable indeed. I shall grant you my might, that Galerius's ambitions may at last be foiled.
If you'll allow me a question first. Galerius asserts himself Emperor of the fallen Zenoiran Empire, but I wonder, do his claims ring true?
They do. He is a man dangerous beyond
We're getting
all
plot dumped, man.
belief. In truth, Zenoira's people were not born on Fevrith soil, but hail from another continent.
Oh, they're Vikings!
Great seas. Their populace enjoyed countless years of peace and prosperity, ushered in by magical advancements of the highest order. Yet, after a contested succession sparked civil war, the very magic which once enhanced their lives now stole them away instead. And by the day Galerius emerged victorious, Zenoira was naught but barren wastes, inhabited chiefly by the corpses of the damned. Faced with such cold conclusion, most would have considered him a king absent a kingdom. Yet Galerius would not be denied his reign. Mustering what few pitiful subjects remained in the realm of the living, he set off to seize a new shore as his own.
They literally are just Vikings.
Then the ancient Zenoira we're familiar with was actually an invading army from a far-off continent.
The modest fiefdoms which dotted Fevrith could but thrash and flail beneath Galerius's insurmountable might. Only Elheim, shielded by the boughs of the divine Empire,
That's right, they don't really have ruins of...
utter desolation.
They don't really have Zenoian rulers in Elheim.
If that same conqueror now blights our lands as well, can we assume General Valmor was possessed by his soul?
I don't believe we can. An energy so ineffably evil likely derives from something else entirely.
How do you mean?
Were he merely revived through the rite of channeling, slaying the host would banish his soul back to the frigid gates of the beyond. Yet, to judge by the monstrous aura surrounding him, I fear the task far too great for such crude methodology. No matter the truth of it, Galerius must be stopped, and the power of cleansing housed within these walls shall hearten that pursuit. 'Tis yours, should you but accept it.
Interesting. Bum 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 bum. Give me another awesome weapon.
Your will is mine own, righteous Prince of Cornea.
The ring's gotten stronger, Elaine. I can feel it.
Ringbearer, the sanctuaries of Fevrith further seek your call. Deliver your
I know you don't have to do this, but I don't understand why you wouldn't do it.
that we may aid you when the fated time arrives.
Sacro Brooch heals 20% of. Oh, I don't know who I'm giving that to. I'm going to give that to my gladiator guy because I think that's what he uses already. Yeah, he has a leaf brooch, but this is even better. Yeah, better defensive upgrades, but more importantly, double the HP. And he's immune to afflictions. Okay, so that's the 2 on this soil. Let's go to this one. I guess I gotta go through here. The episode might be a little long, but I really do want to just go ahead and get this done. I don't know if doing this in order or not. Why is she with me?
Forgive me for prying, Berengaria, but why have you asked to join us here?
Yeah.
Baltro, I want to know more about the man who thinks he can tamper with other people's minds.
Yeah, what is up with
I
that
have
guy?
a few other questions for this sage of yours, too.
I'll start by offering a prayer to the sanctuary.
He who bears the ring of the unicorn, present its grandeur before me. Excellent.
Hope you're in the explaining mood, Sage. There's a sorcerer working with Galerius. Goes by the name Baltro. What can you tell me about him?
The man was a true prodigy, if ever one has deserved the title. His aptitude for magic was, in a word, peerless. A gift he employed with little concern for sense or morals. 'Twas through that disregard that he birthed arts as magnificent as they were monstrous. The rite of channeling chief among them.
Is that how the devil still lives? By possessing the body of another?
Baltro himself has no need of such trickery.
Excuse me?
While the lost souls of ancient Zenoira's people have long stood confined within the sacred grounds of the sanctuaries, Baltro has remained in the realm of the living, sustaining his twisted physical form for centuries upon end.
The lone survivor of a fallen empire. But if those souls have been locked away, how exactly was he able to summon them?
Yeah, because he's putting them into people.
With the crystal of transference, of course. A potent medium capable of circumventing the barred gate to the beyond. Once the desired soul was summoned, he wielded the rite of channeling to convey it into a yet living host. 'Tis a feat, I presume, only possible for a man of Baltro's infernal aptitude.
Crystals of transference.
I can't say I've ever heard of them myself.
I bet they're real tough to come by. Otherwise, he'd have brought back the whole damn empire by now.
You make a good point.
I've got one more question for you, Sage. This armor I'm wearing, it's not the only set. There was another up in Albion recovered from the sanctuary when Zenoira first started knocking. Way I hear, it was the Pontifex who found it, gave it to a guy named Nigel not long after. So, I was wondering, this place have any old gear you're looking to part ways with?
Alas, all armaments stored within these walls have long since been evacuated. Yet the power of cleansing remains pure and true. Grasp it tight, and it shall surely bring you succor in the days to come.
I love that we're finally getting some explanations before we do a huge battle.
Mine own, righteous Prince of Cornea.
The ring's gotten stronger, Elaine. I can feel it.
Ringbearer, the sanctuaries of Fefrith further seek your call. Deliver your presence unto each in turn, that we may aid you when the fated time arrives.
Oh, hey, the glowy thing is gone now. I just noticed. Sacro... Oh, my God. So I need to give that axe to somebody who uses... I would usually give it to her because of the... But I need to give it to some... We'll give it to... Can I give it to you? Because you've only got the steel axe, which is still good, but... Yeah, 3 more attack power, but it will also heal you and give you affliction immunity. Better evasion is better too. I need to go through everybody's stuff and make sure they're using the best. I think the weapons I'm pretty good on, but I need to make sure they're using the best. So I went here, then I went to here. How do I get there? I don't remember how to get to that. Not through there. Hang on. I think I gotta go up and around. Bum 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 ba-dum. Oh, not far enough up and around. How do I get there? I am so lost. Why do the elves not just clear these countless fields of vines and have tons of space? Don't understand it. I want to move to the hot elven kingdom. Oh. But I also want to live with the angels. I don't know where I'd retire to, personally, if I lived in this universe. Maybe I just, you know, make my own place. Ah, here we go. What the hell? I've heard much about your liberation army, young man. Here, use this well. Oh. That's interesting. Upgrade your brooch, too. They're called brooches. They look more like earrings, but whatever. So that she heals more and don't have to worry about it as much. Yeah, I'm taking away the glow that's been stored up in there. I hope this doesn't break the world or something stupid. Hey, Elven Babe.
Apologies for asking this of you, Elaine. It's merely that I'd like to make an inquiry regarding the nature of these sanctuaries.
Please, your presence is more than welcome. We'll ask the sage together.
I'll start by offering a prayer to the sanctuary.
Do we really have to do the same dialogue each time? Can we just skip to the actual part?
He who bears the ring of the unicorn, present its grandeur before me. Beside you stands the Turanos of Elheim. The ring of the unicorn would remain ever bound were it not for you, or for your ancestors, who conveyed the rite of covenant through a great many generations. For that, you have my utmost gratitude. 'Tis a kindness I scarcely deserve, O wise sage. But if I may, I wish to ask a question of you. For what purpose were these sanctuaries constructed? To house errant, wandering souls. Those of the fallen.
That's the containment unit from Ghostbusters.
Yet that raises another question still. How is it that Zenoira met with ruin? 'Twas an act of hubris immeasurable, in search of the forbidden gift of immortality. Their sorcerers made sacrifice of a divine being, the great and noble unicorn.
Oh.
Such vile disregard for the natural world.
Indeed. And greed only drove them further from their own
creature's purifying energy, and in so doing, break free of the shackles of mortality. Yet the cleansing fires of the unicorn glow impossibly bright, violent in their rejection of vice and villainy.
Oh, you touched the wrong
For the
thing.
wicked-hearted to harness such a power as their own would be a contradiction of its very purpose. 'Twas a miscalculation of the most fatal ilk. With the beast's dying embers, the fury of the unicorn struck Zenoira's people. Their skin burned, their flesh was rent from their bodies, and their souls were condemned to wander for the rest of eternity.
How horrible.
'Twas the greatest irony, then, that the right proved a success in the end. From the ashes of tragedy rose but one survivor, a single girl, capable of communion with the divine unicorn her countrymen had so cruelly defiled. Aside the Pontifex of Albion and the elven Turanos, she set forth to deliver peace to the restless souls of Zenoira's citizens, a venture which saw them construct 6 sanctuaries spread through every land of Fevrith. Upon its completion, she rallied those loyal to her cause and founded a new nation, Cornea, of which she would become the first queen.
Huh.
And with the spirits of her brethren pacified at last, she relinquished the power she had never once wished to receive. 'Twas then that it was severed in twain, each half laid into a sacred relic, symbolic of her tale.
The ring of the unicorn.
And that of the maiden.
Then the reason this ring answers to me alone is the royal blood flowing through my veins.
Quite so. Your heart is that of the unicorn, fated to commune with a maiden true and fair, a destiny which culminated in the rite of covenant and the subsequent unbinding of the ring's true form. Now, the power of cleansing housed within these grounds will prove a great...
Yeah. Bum ba ba bum.
Your will is mine own, righteous prince of Cornea.
The ring's gotten stronger, Elaine. I can feel it.
Ringbearer, the sanctuaries of deliver your presence unto each in
Yeah, we get it. Literally just been standing here for countless centuries building up a charge so that they can be useful. That's impressive. I get a sacral spear. 2 left. Just a little longer on this episode, guys. See, the problem is that spear users are usually not offensive guys. I think you've got the weakest one, so... Even with the low crit rate, that should be fun. Okay, to the frozen bistro lands for theirs. That's right, it was way over here. Way over here. Dun 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 dun. Bum 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 bum. Who's gonna join me? Oh, we have lots of people joining me. It's a party up in here.
Sorry for making you drag us along like this.
Please, there's nothing to apologize for. I take it you have a question to ask.
We want to see if this sage knows anything about the blue. It's the only reason we even got in here, so...
I'll start by offering a prayer to the sanct...
He who bears the ring of the unicorn, present its grandeur before me. You've accomplished much, Ringbearer. 'Tis no easy feat crossing a nation bound in the harshest of winter.
Boy, you ain't kidding.
I don't mean to interrupt, wise sage, but I was wondering if you could answer something for us. What exactly is the Pistorius Blue?
You refer to the azure stone on your person, yes? It is magic made crystal, cultivated by the elves of yore, long ago when their kind still called Pastorius home.
There were elves here?
It's a little cold for them, isn't it?
Era too saw Zenoira's reign encroach upon every region of Fevris. The elves to the south, secure behind Ervelda's veil, espoused neutrality and insulated themselves in the forests of Elheim. Yet those in Bastoris did not possess such luxury. Instead, they forged a powerful crystal capable of transforming
Wait, what?
into those of colossal beasts.
Astrals. But they could turn themselves back, right?
Such a technique did exist, yes. Though, unfortunately, it has long been lost to the passage of time.
Should have guessed as much.
Still, Zenoira must have had some reason for wanting the stone so bad, even though they didn't use their mind control to try and get it.
I suspect you allude to the rite of channeling. As I understand it, Mestral physiology is far too distinct to house a human soul, making the rite a futile venture. In its place, they likely sought the crystal for its similar mastery over the hearts of your race, all in the grand hopes of bridling the same strength they failed to overcome so many years prior.
Some story this thing's got.
Now, we lack the time for further conversation. Allow me
Yay!
to fill your ring with the power of cleansing.
What's the Angel Temple going to tell me?
And bring an end to Galerius's cruel ambitions.
Ba, ba, boo, 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 boo.
Your will is mine own, righteous Prince of Cornea.
The ring's gotten stronger, Elaine.
Ringbearer, the sanctuaries of deliver your presence unto each in turn, that we may aid.
Yay! What did I get this one? I don't understand why you would skip this. You're getting really great gear. Like endgame gear. I got Sacral Bro. Well, I've only got a couple of people who could use that. He's already got a really good bow. How about you? Do you have a good bow? But she uses... The elves use both physical and... I mean, with her shield thing, it's not bad. I'll go ahead. I want to check out you real quick. Yeah, you can like buff it just a little. It takes a lot of honors for only a little. So I don't think blacksmithing's really going to be worth the time and the trouble to grind that much honor. Oh, I figured Sonatio or somebody else from the Angels would be here.
I'll start by offering a prayer to the sanctuary.
I can't believe I didn't get to meet Sharon's. I can't believe I didn't get to meet Sharon's. You know, mother who would bade her go across the world and pray at the cemeteries. I didn't get to meet. What's her name? The girl in my unit's. Cleese's parents who didn't like humans, like Sharon. I feel like the angel place was cut down a little. You know? I feel like I'm missing, but I rebuilt the entire thing, so I'm not missing anything.
Progeny of the late Pontifex Errant, you have done well in guiding the Savior to this sacred hall.
Yay!
You know of me?
I do. Your father, under compulsion of Baltro's magic, destroyed the seal sheltered upon these grounds. A regrettable fate indeed.
Excuse me the question, wise sage. Why is it that those of the pontifical lineage are able to break the sanctuary seals?
It's a good question. I want to know.
Even older than the Orthodoxy itself.
But that's over 800 years.
Indeed. I speak of ancient Zenoira and their sorcerer's quest for might beyond mortal bounds, a pursuit which brought them to Palavia and the holy power of the almighty Unicorn.
Oh, this is where the unicorn was found.
Enraptured by its supreme brilliance, they began to experiment, using the citizens of Albion as their subjects. In time, those experiments birthed a new race entirely. The population you know as angels.
Oh, they actually are holy. They're just unholy reasons.
That's not possible.
Yet their only distinguishing feature were the wings on their backs, a mark of failure for the sorcerers who conceived them. The experiments continued unceasingly, but only one success emerged. A man capable of divine wonder.
The first Pontifex.
Yes, and the gift he bore was the means to lay wandering souls to eternal rest.
But how does that relate to the seals?
The purpose of Fevroth's sanctuaries is twofold. The first is to soothe the vengeful spirits of old Zenoira. The second is to accumulate an energy most sacred, the power of cleansing. Galerius impelled your father to set loose the souls bound to this sanctum, to break its seal as you know it. In so doing, he divested these grounds of one of their vital duties, but the other, the power of cleansing housed within, still remains.
I wonder if he didn't care or didn't know to do that.
My father must have foreseen the breaking of the seals all those years ago.
Which explains why he asked you to one day guide me here, to impart the power of cleansing upon my ring, so that we may stop Galerius before it's too late.
Yeah.
Your will is mine own, righteous Prince of Cornea.
The ring's gotten strong.
Yeah, I know.
Ringbearer, your pilgrimage is fulfilled.
Yay!
And so too is the ring of the Unicorn.
Did the ring get buffed even more?
Deliver your presence unto the decisive conflict, that we may aid you when the fated time.
He's like, literally, go kick his rear now so we can be there and help you. Sacro. Ooh. Now that we're done, I can feel potent sacred energy from your ring. All that remains is the final battle. Let's make for Grand Coronine and topple Galerius. Yay! Oh, both of them got buffed. Okay, hang on. I need a... I want to keep reheal on her. I want to keep that because it's got the AP. That says all stats plus 5. This is affliction immunity, and I think this is better. Well, I mean, not with all stats plus 5. You know, there's plenty of people I can give this to. Yeah, I'm going to give this to you. It's a little higher. The guard rate does not matter because he's not going to have a high guard rate no matter what. The magical attack better, the healing is better. I think healing 20% whenever he uses an active skill is better than when he is better than max HP plus 20. Now, how did those how did my ring get? Oh, I gotta equip it again. How would you know? Astral Blade? Oh, it's an extra AP first of all. Unless its true power amongst the sea of miasma. It doesn't have a condition, though. Don't know what that means. Hey, but if this got better, what is... Ring of the Maiden. Celestial Light. It activates before an ally's attack with a... Okay, I feel like I'm going to want both of these, so... I don't remember what I replaced. Ah, well. The Holy Unicorn's debuff immune. Who do I give that to? Who do I give that to? I want that guard rate. Doesn't matter. I'll do... This episode's gone on more than long enough. Next time, we'll go through everybody's stuff. We'll go to the final battle. I'll see you then.